How's it going, guys? I'm Kyle, and this is another vlog, and we're going to be talking about teaching environment. So I'm going to break it up into two different sections. Each section is going to essentially have three different items in each one. So the first one's going to be about your dress code, your lighting, and your background. And once we get to the second section, well, I'll tell you guys what we're going to be talking about then. So keep watching. So the first one, right, dress code. Now, the cool thing about IQ Bar, the difference between IQ Bar and any other office job is they're not too stressed on your dress code, right? As long as you follow a certain checklist. Now, we've got a variety of different sort of, well, dress-coded buddies, for lack of a better word. We've got guys that are fully suited up. I know of at least three that are looking very nice. And then we've got guys that are normally just shirted up. I'm normally one of them, not today. And then we've got a variety of guys that are just sort of, well, semi-formal, semi-casual, t-shirt, jerseys, jackets, hoodies. As long as it's not too casual, it's generally all right, okay? Now, the don'ts. Don't just get out the shower with long, insanely wet hair. It just looks untidy and it doesn't look too professional, right? So make sure you dry, bam, make it look really good, and you're ready for a way, right? And then again, don't just wake up, bedhead, grease all over the show, and teach a lesson, okay? It's got to be clean, it's got to be dry, it's got to look good. Perfect. So what shouldn't you be wearing? Well, it's simple, right? Don't show any shoulders, ladies, don't show any cleavage, all that jazz. So slightly higher t-shirt, crop tops, tank tops, no. So I would say stick to like normal t-shirts, golf shirts. I'm not going to name any lady shirts because I don't know any of their names really, besides maybe a V-neck or a turtleneck, I suppose. But like I said, as long as it's not too casual, it is generally okay. So the next part, right, my lighting. Now, it depends on the room that you're going to be teaching in really. If your room has a lot of natural light, generally, it'll light up the camera, you'll look good, everything's A for away. Right? But here's the thing, okay? 12 o'clock, Saturday afternoon, I'm watching the greatest movie of all time, and all of a sudden the sun comes up through the window, and I've got this massive glare across the TV screen. Ooh, I can't see anything, I can hear what's going on, but the picture's kind of like, and I'm getting frustrated and it's angering me. That's exactly how your Brady is going to feel when your lighting is bad from their side. They want to see your background, which we'll get in a second. They want to see you. They want to see your crazy hand movements. And they just want to enjoy it, right? So again, if you need to, if you don't have a lot of natural light, get a side lamp. And before the lesson, get into the classroom and then place it at random positions in the room, right? Hopefully they don't log on because you'll look like a lunatic. But it's all good. And that way you'll see where the brightest parts are, which makes it a little bit dull, which brightens it up, and all that jazz. And it'll just make it so much better, or a better experience for your Brady, right? So the last thing, your background. Now, I don't necessarily have a kiddie-friendly background right now, but I'm going to talk you guys through it. So there's loads of different things that you can do. The key word right now is friendly. The more friendly your background looks, the more friendly you look, and the better experience your Brady's going to have. So again, make it kiddie friendly. And there's loads of different things that you can use, right? Some of the most common ones that I've seen and works really well is guys pack their background with a whole bunch of teddies and toys and all that, and it just looks friendly for the younger guys, right? And then some of the other guys or ladies end up using the alphabet. I know I've got the alphabet, I've got numbers, I've got shapes, I've got a world map, and then I've got a whole bunch of teddy bears, 4 teddy bears, with a whole bunch of pillows, right? So it just looks friendly, and it gives you something to talk about. The other day I was teaching one of my Brady's as well, and they pointed at me and said, "Teddy bear!" And I went, "No, I'm Kyle, I'm not a teddy bear." And then I went, "Oh, you want to look at the teddy bear?" And then I showed him the teddy bear, and we had a massive, well, talk about teddy bears, right? So it can help in your favor. The other thing that I've seen, I want to say Carl but I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to use his name anyway. He's got a whole bunch of Picaro characters behind him, right? So if you want them, just give him a shot, pop him a message. Yeah, your phone's going to go off the hook right now. And yeah, stick it up, make it look pretty, have a friendly background. And that is it for section number 1. So let's hit part number 2.
Awesome. So we are back at section number 2, and like I said, 3 sections or 3 items in section number 2, and they are camera angle, distance away from the camera, and having your props on hand. Now we're going to start off with the props because it's the easiest one. Now, just for an example, if I need a lemon, a teaspoon, and a tennis ball for a lesson, I'm not really sure why, but let's just say I need that for the lesson. Make sure before the lesson starts, like 10 minutes or so, I've gone to the kitchen, I've gone outside, and I've gotten my tennis ball, lemon, and teaspoon. And it's within arm's distance of me on the table, okay? Now, personally, I've kind of got short arms, so I kind of T-Rex everything. So my table's just full of random different things right in front of me. So I can reach. So if I've got an example, if I'm teaching Mary colors, and I need to find the color blue or red or whatever color that I need, okay? If I start doing this, well, it doesn't look very professional, not at all. However, if I know I've got a color and I can't see where it is, what I can do is, can you find blue? And then I'll go, well, bam, well, I'll find it. Or can you find something blue in your house? And now you can quickly do a little look around. Bam, perfect, got it, yeah. And that's cool, right? But other than that, like I said, have your colors or have your prop within arm's distance away from you. So I should be able to talk to you guys and go, colors, perfect. I'm still looking at you guys. It doesn't look like I'm looking around. And I can go, well, faces. Yeah. And then, well, alphabet. A lot of grades, especially the lower grade, the CGE zeros, they learn a lot of words, they learn a lot of letters, they do alphabets. I can look at you guys and go, bam, alphabet. Yeah. There we go. I was hoping that was the alphabet. No, I'm kidding, I knew it was there. And then the other thing is teddies, right? Kids love teddy bears. So don't have a case of I've got to get up to go to the room to get a teddy bear. It doesn't look very professional again. Have it within arm's distance. Bam! Mr. Eeyore. Cool, so the main thing is with props, make sure that it's within arm's reach. I should be able to see them in my peripheral. So I'm looking at you guys. I might be looking at my Brady, so maybe slightly off the camera, but I can see and I don't have to stretch or move or do anything crazy to get my props. So the next 2 things is camera angle and distance. Now this is kind of like a mix of the 2, so I'm going to explain it together. Now generally with a distance, I make sure my camera is far enough away from me so I've got shoulders and up. Sometimes I go a little lower, so maybe sort of midway through chest. That's still cool as well. I like to do the whole dancing movements and all that jazz. Yeah, spurt fingers. But like I said, I wouldn't go any higher than that. Let me see if I can shrink myself. Actually, even better. Let me just do this. If I've got it really close, there we go. Well, I just look like a head, and there's no movement, there's no fun, there's no excitedness or anything. It just looks like a random head. So keep that camera nice and far away. Get a nice angle. If you're on a laptop, just move the laptop around. Bam, perfect. That should be all right. There we go. There we go. I've got a kind of thing, you could call it OCD. I'm not sure if that's the right word though. But I can't. I start freaking out if my hair is touching the top of the screen like that. And I kind of go, whoa, I'm too big. I need to get smaller. So I kind of make sure that chest up, and then there's a little space between my hair and the top of the screen, or the top of the little teacher's chat box over there. But that's just me. It doesn't have to be like that. But the main thing is, like I said, chest and up, and then make sure that the camera's pointing directly at you. You don't want to kind of do that where it's looking up and you just see this head again. Ooh, it looks kind of weird, right? If it's a separate camera, well, it's slightly easier. And what I tend to do is I put my camera directly over my face, which means I can look directly at the birdie all the time, and it looks like I'm actually looking directly at him. Where laptops, it's kind of a little bit more tricky. I've got to look at the camera, so I'm looking directly at him, eye contact, name of the game, but then I also have to see John Mary pronounce, what on earth is that? Pronounce the word dog, fish, cat, or whatever it is. So that's it, guys. I will catch you on the flip side, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video.